Well, as you can imagine, we're utterly delighted and thrilled with the result here today. We think it was an unnecessary appeal. I think it's unfortunate, and it's clearly evidences part of the continuing vendetta on the part of the Swedes against Julian Assange. We obtained costs on behalf of Mr. Assange today, but in truth, the Swedes should pay those funds and not our hard-pressed Crown Prosecution Service. As for the formalities, we're going through those right now, preparing sureties to go to police stations, arranging for the transfer of funds to the Magistrates' Court so that the security is there. Pleased to report that all the money came through, all of his supporters came through with their promises, honourable people that they are. We are expecting Julian to be released sometime later today on a worst case analysis tomorrow, but we really do expect him to be released today. Everybody's working very hard for that, the police, the prosecution, and of course our own legal team. Thank you. I haven't spoken with Julian other than a brief word in court where we just passed a question that I had to ask for clarification about something. So I will find out later, and of course if he's released, you'll be able to ask him that question yourself. If Julian is released, he'll make a decision, but I'm sure that before he's whisked off to the country for his mansion arrest, as it were, he will be able to have a word with everybody. We're certainly hopeful that he will want to do that.
What about his legal costs, please? His legal costs, how much did he win?
We don't know. We haven't got an estimate of that. We've been working pretty much flat out for the last week, as you all know. And I know you have all been working out pretty much alongside us.
Does your attention now turn to a potential American legal action?
We haven't addressed the question of the American legal action or a potential for it. There's so many twists and turns in this particular case, it's impossible to say that this is the end of the line. We've had more brickbats thrown at us in this last 7 days than I think I've had in certainly a few years of my legal career. And we're hopeful that he'll be released from here, but obviously if the formalities are not completed before the bus goes back to Wandsworth, he'll be released from Wandsworth later.
Was it clear who asked for the bail appeal, sir? Who asked for the bail appeal?
I'm afraid that the question of who asked for the bail remains opaque, and we still don't have any idea who it was. Obviously, we were told on the other day, as you all heard in court, that it was the Swedes. The Swedes have now denied that formally, and of course you'll have heard on Keir Starmer QC, the Director of Public Prosecutions, says, well, it wasn't him. So the question we have to ask ourselves, and perhaps an answer will reveal itself in the next couple of days, is who was it that gave the order on behalf of the Swedes?
What will you argue in the extradition hearing?
We're not getting to the extradition today. Our main focus is delight and joy, and to share the delight and joy of Julian's family in the fact that he is going to be released in the very foreseeable future. He will not be going back to that Victorian prison. He will not be going back to that cell once occupied by Oscar Wilde. Thank you all very much.